Now it's time for your 420 Radio News for Tuesday, August 13th, 2013. I'm Russ Belville. White House denounces release of Mexican drug lord who ordered DEA agents killing, from FoxNews.com. The Obama administration responded Sunday to the prison release of a Mexican drug lord who was serving 40 years for the 1985 kidnapping, torture, and murder of U.S. DEA agent Enrique Kiki Camarena. Caro Quintero was released Friday by a Mexican court that overturned the conviction, saying he had been improperly tried in a federal court for state crimes. The Justice Department said it found the court's decision deeply troubling. Quote, "The Department of Justice, and especially the Drug Enforcement Administration, is extremely disappointed with this result," end quote, the agency said in a statement. Caro Quintero still faces charges in the United States. The whereabouts of the 61-year-old Quintero is unclear after serving 20 years and then walking out of prison. DeWine rejects proposed amendment to legalize marijuana, from the Columbus Dispatch. A proposed constitutional amendment to legalize marijuana in Ohio was rejected yesterday by Attorney General Mike DeWine. The petition was submitted on August 2nd by 3 Ohio residents, including Tanya Davis, who has been involved in several previous marijuana issues. DeWine said the submitted ballot summary omits references to amendment language which repudiates federal cannabis prohibitions, and language saying, quote, "Persons cannot be considered to be under the influence of cannabis solely because of the presence of metabolites or components of cannabis in his or her body," end quote. He also faulted the summary because it says education will be provided about, quote, "medical harms or benefits from the personal use of cannabis products," end quote, although the full amendment includes no such provision. Finally, DeWine said the summary did not refer to language in the body of the amendment, saying that the Departments of Agriculture and Commerce would be responsible for overseeing the program. Bellingham allows recreational marijuana businesses, from the Bellingham Herald. The city council voted 6-0 on Monday, August 12th, to allow recreational marijuana business to operate in industrial districts, with retail stores allowed in industrial and commercial zones. The emergency ordinance, which goes into effect immediately, lifts a controversial moratorium on marijuana businesses and gives cannabis entrepreneurs time to prepare applications for state licenses. The State Liquor Control Board is accepting applications for 30 days, beginning on September 16th. Assistant City Attorney Alan Mariner said staff would fast-track permanent rules for recreational marijuana so they could be in place by early 2014. The interim rules passed on Monday can only remain in place for up to 1 year. Gulf War veteran sues San Diego after medical marijuana bust leads to lost custody of children, from the New York Daily News. A Gulf War veteran and his wife claim San Diego County senselessly cracked down on his use of medical marijuana by taking their 2 young children for 1 year. Michael Lewis and his wife Lauren Taylor are suing San Diego County, 7 of its officers, the city of Coronado, and 2 of its officers for civil rights violations, battery, false imprisonment, and negligence, the Courthouse News Service reports. On August 5th, 2011, city police received an anonymous tip that the couple was operating a secret daycare center and smoking pot near children, the lawsuit claims. The couple says they allowed officers to enter and photograph their home to show them that they did not operate an illegal babysitting service. The only hazard officers uncovered was the marijuana, but Lewis provided his prescription, according to the family. The officers allegedly lied to the court, claiming that Lewis was a substance abuser who forgets records, a drug dealer, and a substance abuser who forges records, a drug dealer, and a serious threat to the welfare of his children. Arlington police defend raid on garden commune that yielded no marijuana, just code violations, from Dallas News. Arlington SWAT officers raided a Kennendale sustainability garden this month, but found only code violations, not the marijuana they were looking for. Authorities received 2 complaints that those living at the Garden of Eden were growing and distributing marijuana, according to Arlington Police Sergeant Christopher Cook. Quote, "No cultivated marijuana plants were located on the premises," end quote, according to a city statement. Quote, "Narcotics detectives and members of the tactical unit cleared the scene within 45 minutes, end quote. Police handcuffed 8 adults at gunpoint, mowed the grass, destroyed plants, and took materials they were planning to use in sustainability projects. Cook said it's not uncommon to use SWAT to execute drug search warrants, and the people were treated professionally. Quote, "Yes, they were initially handcuffed. However, once it was determined it was secure, they were taken out of handcuffs." Typically, we wouldn't do that, but they were compliant." End quote. This has been your 420 Radio News for Tuesday, August 13th, 2013. I'm Russ Belville. When we come back, we go behind the headlines of the recent interview of Rob Campea predicting which states would be next to legalize marijuana and the obvious omission he left out of that list. You're listening to The Russ Belville Show on 420radio.org. We'll be right back.